So, should I say hello? I guess I should say hello. This doesn't feel awkward.
Hi, I'm Mike. In this
Water stewardship. You should totally zoom out, Mike. I can feel it.
Hello, I'm Greta Carlson with Rogue Heart Media, and today we're excited to talk to you about our Blaze Award-winning Water Stewardship campaign for the city of Spokane. This campaign was a lot of fun to work on. It was an ongoing campaign that we inherited through an RFP process, and we're excited to be continuing to work with the city in 2020 as well.
So the goals that we inherited along with the existing creative assets were things like overall water consumption reduction, the hope of increasing participation in some of the rebate programs, first and foremost the Spokanescape program.
Totally look up Spokanescape. I only learned about it last night and I was so excited. I hate how often people have to water their lawns. And I would love to just pull out all of our grass and just have a lot of herb gardens and then a lot of cobblestone and walkways, and the ability to reduce water use is, I think, my biggest incentive.
The Water Stewardship campaign was multifaceted in its approach, and it was unique in that we measured results not only in a digital context of measuring impressions, clicks, and engagement rates, but we also were able to measure actual human behavior changes and positive results in the community. We built social media pages to build an online presence, and we also integrated a targeted social media advertising campaign.
We took it from really being more of like a billboard-focused, broadcast-focused campaign to being something that was much more digital in the social spaces. We let a lot run through organic reach as we built the audiences up on Facebook and Instagram. Super rewarding to see the baseline set now in the digital space, to see where we can push it and grow it further into 2020.
We incorporated video and photography elements to share with the public and let them know that it's an option for them to be able to take advantage of the rebate opportunities and save water at the same time. We also leveraged digital radio ads so that we could target specific interest groups, age ranges, and geographic areas, since we wanted to focus specifically on City of Spokane water customers.
Throughout the scope of the work, we knew that we needed to stretch content and keep it fresh, relevant, and responsive for that entire summer and into early fall. So as far as an acquisition and production approach, it was much more run and gun, much more a volume game of how much output can we create for these channels.
We're at Spokane River Run. I love running because I get to see the nice river and I get to stick with all my friends. I'm excited for running because we get to have snacks in the middle. It's important to save water by taking shorter showers and fixing all the leaks you get, and also watering later because the river is super duper peaceful and nice.
Come join me in the community at the Perry Street Fair on July 20th and at KSPS's Fit Kids Day on August 2nd. Look for the City of Spokane water trailer and come fill up your water bottle, and we'll have a chat about saving water this summer. Hope to see you there.
We got to flex one of our core strengths, which is adaptability, on this job, big time, because you never knew when the stories were going to arise or the opportunities would present themselves.
Give a wave, hey, behind the scenes.
We got the chance to run all over Spokane and visit, different neighborhoods from the South Hill to Eagle Ridge to North Side, and see a variety of our neighbors and ways that this was playing out in their lives.
We go into a lot of the shoots trying to be as friendly and casual as possible, and we're often working with people that have never been in front of a camera.
Do the wave.
Oh, nice.
Or nobody.
And so to be friendly, to be excited because of something that they've done, I think really brings out their true character and their nature, and it speaks well to the content that we create.
it's great to hear from, the people who write the programs, who greenlight the initiatives and hand out the checks and all that. But we really wanted to get out and talk to the folks who are actually passionate about these programs, implementing these changes to their landscaping, and advising others on how to do that in order to inspire folks to see the potential and imagine their own yards transformed in a similar way.
We didn't look any further once we found out about Spokanescape. Because it has the Xeriscape drought tolerant plant program, which is exactly what we were looking for. We want to take out the grass. It all looks like it's going to come together quite well.
We did do a ton of demo work here before we could even get started. We had arborvitae in the front yard that needed to come out. So once the irrigation was in place, we started kind of laying the bones of the place in. Patio was completed. Next thing we did was the site grading, boulder placement, kind of creating these mounds out here, and then developing a dry creek bed. So doing the excavation for this, getting this shaped in. You spend a week out here putting one of these in, and you can walk away from it all year long. Just spend more time doing the things that you like to do.
I think people need to be aware of just the water use in the area and the fact that we're on water tables that are potentially going down. We got a lot of green here, and maybe there's alternatives to that.
It's a project that my wife has wanted to do for some time. She's very delighted, and as well as I am, with the process we've been through. Ben's been great to work with.
And they're safe to step on.
But step on it
they're not as delicate as some of the
Our feeling is that this is a better way to use the water and use it in limited amounts. So yeah, we would recommend Spokanescape as a good program.
Year over year, the number of Spokanescape applications increased from 53 in 2018 to 132 in 2019, and the number of approved installations grew from 21 in 2018 to 33 in 2019. And that 33 was of 67 approved applications, so there might be more Spokanescapes in the works that took more than one season for a homeowner to complete, which is awesome and very encouraging.
This is this direction for the 14 feet, and this dash line is for this side, and that's... I am excited. I hope that this all works out because I've been wanting to do a waterless yard for quite some time.
I like the fact that one of the requirements is that you have to do this in a visible area so your neighbors can see it. Encouraging other people to kind of see what you're doing and see that it works.
There's some pictures on the next page that show.
Actually have a colorful front yard as opposed to just a plain lawn. I think it's cool to have some color in the neighborhood.
You guys have 840 square feet, and so that's going to qualify you for $420 because it's 50 cents a square foot. I look forward to seeing how it turns out.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I like your personal touches too.
It's always easier to tell stories when you truly care about the subject matter. And for our team, sustainability, water conservation, being responsible stewards to our natural resources, those are all things that just naturally struck a chord. So it's just been wonderful to watch the success and growth of this campaign, to see it's kind of validated our approach. We believe very strongly in the value of very personal messaging, giving voice to our neighbors, truly. In fact, we had shoots where we were literally on a different project, and we found that a neighboring home was getting ready to do a Spokanescape, and we had an impromptu interview. Everyone has a story, and this was a project that truly exemplified that truth, that we could go in any neighborhood in Spokane and find folks that this was a passion of theirs. So some of our favorite characters, Randy, who was the winner of the Water Smart Landscaping Photo Contest, was just such an incredible abundance of knowledge. Master gardener, had this incredible yard that he'd been spending just years kind of perfecting, and just was there to take a photo of him as our contest winner, but ultimately turned into a surprise and awesome video deliverable that we were able to share.
This was a labor for the last 7 years. My name is Randy, and welcome to my sanctuary. I took out all my grass, put in 5/8 minus gravel, put in what is known as crushed basalt for a walkway. I've got my vegetable garden over here. This particular plant here is called a Princess Tut. Of course, I've got geraniums, potato vines, Rose of Sharon right here. Down here, you've got what is known as Siberian iris. When they're finished blooming, I cut the stem and it just looks like ornamental grass. My advice to the homeowner that wants to do something like this, be patient. If you fail, don't worry about it. Don't be afraid to experiment.
It was surprises like that that made this campaign just so fulfilling. You've got a ton of passionate individuals who are excited to share what they know and encourage others to make similar changes for the betterment of our entire community. Another one was who we affectionately refer to as the English landscaper, but his real name is Richard. He actually took us on a tour about the town, seeing some of his favorite installs.
I've been installing Spokanescape type gardens for at least 10 years in Spokane. Yeah, that's good. If done correctly, really reduces the maintenance involved, and it's, I think, a lot more interesting. I started off working in London for a few years and then in Milwaukee. I arrived in Spokane and people have been coming to me and asking me to, reduce or remove lawn, and we all like lawn, but there's a time and place for it, And I think that a more plant-rich garden can be much more interesting for a number of things, beauty, obviously, privacy. You can cool your house down with trees and shrubs in the right place. You can make nicer areas for seating and hanging out. There's many benefits. I'm very happy that Spokanescape is there now for my clients for additional incentive to reduce their waste of water and to make their surroundings more beautiful.
We just got to see so many really intriguing designs and leaving inspired enough that now I'm installing my own Spokanescape this year, so we'll see how that goes. It probably won't look as good as Richard's, but...
Probably the most rewarding element of this campaign is the close partnership that we've developed with the client. Our contact over at the City of Spokane's Water Department trusts us. We work really closely and collaboratively together on all of the content, messaging, approach.
Kristen Zimmer is Aqua Girl. She is our client. She is our star. She is often the one we throw in front of the lens. If you go and watch any of our content, you'll find Kristen. She does a great Valley Girl impression, which is really fun too, so.
I'm with the City of Spokane, and I really love Spokanescaping. It's the best landscape.
To work with a partner that really understands our mission, believes in it, and knew how to connect in the community was invaluable. They brought so much to our mission and expanded it and made our Spokanescape program a common household word and something to be desired. Rogard gave me the confidence to pursue a whole rebranding suite so that we can modernize our look and give it a Spokane feel. They made it desirable and beautiful, achievable, and I couldn't have done that without them.
It was very exciting in 2019 to see the City of Spokane finally reach their water consumption goal for the first time in all of Slow the Flow's history. We saw a final number of about 16 million gallons used throughout the year, and that was 1 million gallons less than our goal.
All right, so in 2014, we set annual goals of a 0.5% reduction of indoor consumption and a 2% outdoor consumption, and rarely ever met the outdoor goal. It was just extremely weather dependent. So meeting last year's goal was absolutely phenomenal. I'm so excited this year because we're going to have a lot more opportunities for customers to engage in our program and to make water efficient upgrades and just do more and learn more about their water and their habits.
The master plan for water conservation is currently open for public feedback. So there's a lot of ways that you can get involved in this process as well. Not to mention installing your own Spokanescape and getting a wonderful maximum $500 rebate on your water bill. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, engage with the Water Stewardship campaign, and thank you again for this amazing recognition. We just feel so privileged to be part of the Marcom community, and we thank you for your encouragement and support. Learn about the great work that our city is doing to help protect our river and make sure that we'll have an abundant aquifer that we can keep enjoying some of the best water in the world.